My name is François Perret-Crestov, and I've been a French firefighter for 7 years. This is one of the 21 watchtowers we have in Gironde. To be able to watch all the horizon and to identify all the smokes that we have, so we can organize the operational response for all the forest fires. You have to imagine that this place was only 1 year ago a huge pine forest. And in only one night, all the 60 square kilometers of forest were destroyed, and you can see that now it's only an empty space.
Summer 2022. A series of gigantic wildfires rage across the Gironde area in southwest France. More than 3,000 firefighters are called in to save the iconic pine forests. But the exceptional heat and dry conditions are making it an incredibly challenging task.
And for our guys on the field, it was really difficult to fight 40 meters high flames, and we had to defend a lot of houses because the speed of the fire was really incredible. One strong moment I remember from this season was during the night. We got the objective from the commander to stop the fire on a big road. Big roads are really a positive point to stop the fire because it's an empty place with no trees. So usually it's something positive. But at this moment I placed about 20 trucks with all the teams, and I asked them to wait until the last moment to open the hose, the fire hose. And so what I expected from this action was to calm down the fire, but instead I only saw it jump over the trucks, jump over my teams, and starting again about 40 or 50 meters behind.
Ça y est, il saute.
When you face such situations, I have to admit that there are momentum of doubt. We never faced such a forest fire before. But you have to think bigger and to remobilize everyone to fight the fire in another place.
This satellite image shows the plumes of smoke that engulf the region. The scale of the fires is unprecedented. Between July and August 2022, more than 30,000 hectares of forest went up in smoke in Gironde. 50,000 people evacuated their homes while, in a first for France, foreign firefighters flew in to fight the flames. Fortunately, no one was killed and only 30 buildings were destroyed. But the scars left by the wildfires will remain visible for years to come. France was not the only country facing extreme temperatures last summer. Unprecedented wildfires broke out across the globe. For Clément Abegel, a climate scientist at the European Space Agency, this might be the new norm of a warming planet.
The series of heat waves we have experienced in Europe in 2022 is a clear sign of global warming linked to human activities. That's our emission of greenhouse gas in the atmosphere. And when high temperatures are combined with low air humidity, low rainfall and dry vegetation, it increases the risk of wildfire outbreak in case there is a source of ignition. And with IPCC, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, predicting that heat waves in Europe are going to be more intense, more frequent and last longer, this could be a glimpse of our future climate.
Au pire, vous restez là et je vais faire un tour. Comme tu veux, je vais avec toi le temps que tu sortes.
Better monitoring or controlling of extreme events requires powerful tools. That's where space comes in.
To monitor fires and the risk associated, satellite Earth observations, such as those operated by ESA in the Copernicus program, are particularly useful. Satellites permit to observe the Earth at global scale with high repetitivity and increased spatial resolution. They permit to take the pulse of our planet.
In Gironde, command trucks like this one are traditionally used to receive and dispatch information in the field.
On fait également du jalonnement flanc droit pour limiter la propagation. On a 5 unités qui sont positionnées dessus, donc qui travaillent essentiellement.
Part of this information now also comes from satellites, but this is fairly new.
We've been using satellite data for about 5 years, and it changed a lot of things. We save a lot of time because before having this type of maps, we had to ask all the information from the guys on the field. And we were not even sure that it was as precise as this type of data.
Now, firefighters can receive daily satellite images thanks to the Copernicus service, a European program providing accurate and timely satellite data to its users.
Here, for example, it's Sentinel-2 data, and it gives us the real situation of the fire spread. So we can see on this map that we have a first fire that happened in July, and the other one was currently evolving in August. This type of data is important to set up different and really precise maps of the burnt area and the delimitation of the fire. This is really important for us because we also had in other data the different hotspots on the field that allowed us to set up our strategy to see which was the priorities to work on during the day. So this type of data was used every day during the briefings.
Et sur mon ordre, les 2 porte-lances, vous sortez en simultané de la tourelle.
Space opened new possibilities for forest firefighting, and I can barely imagine what could be possible in the future. For example, we could have all the data, but in real time and provide it to the field, and it would be crazy.
Almost a year after the fires, the region is licking its wounds and preparing for the coming summer. With the highest sand dune in Europe on its coast, the famous dune of Pilat, this part of France has long been a tourist hotspot. But local cafes are still reeling from last year.
Alors les incendies de l'année dernière, évacuation dans la nuit du 12 au 13 juillet, saison terminée du coup suite aux incendies, impossibilité d'accéder à l'établissement, saison catastrophique. Hein. Et du coup pertes colossales et matérielles et financières. Et, là on vit un peu au jour le jour et on essaye de justement animer un peu les réseaux, de travailler sur le local, pour faire venir les gens, parce que la masse touristique effectivement n'est plus là aujourd'hui. Ça pourrait être mieux. Mais ça aurait pu être pire. On aurait pu brûler aussi.
Allume-moi la motopompe s'il te plaît.
In a nearby forest, local firefighters are taking their hoses out again.
Today we just organized during this morning a small training for a forest fire unit, and the objective is to improve all our techniques and to be able to act really quickly in case of a new fire, because it's one of the key points of the success in extinguishing fire is to be really quick before the fire goes bigger. At this right moment, it's really hard to say what will be the following fire forest campaign. What we can say is that water reserves are really low, and so this is something that is even worse than last year. If we have the same conditions in humidity in the air during the summer, it can be even worse.
As temperatures rise, public authorities, firefighters and locals are bracing themselves for another record-breaking summer. Earth-observing satellites will remain on hand to help respond to the consequences of yet more heat waves. Meanwhile, around the Dune of Pilar, young green shoots have started to colour the dark scars of the burned forest, a small sign of recovery and a bud of hope.